Launched, people are using your app, numbers are going up, and you think that this means it's working. It probably doesn't. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 signals that founders treat as validation, and why none of them tell you what you think they tell you. I will also give you a simple framework to figure out if your product actually has a business model before you spend another dollar building it. I have built and shipped over 20 mobile products with founders at various stages, and the most common mistake I see isn't bad code or bad idea. It's founders who believe they are further along than they are, because the signals they are reading are misleading them. Let's start with the most obvious one. Free users. You launch a free tier, people sign up, maybe you hit 1,000 users in the first month, feels great, looks like a traction, but here's the problem. Free users tell you that your onboarding works, maybe that your idea is interesting enough to try. They don't tell you that anyone values it enough to pay for it. The moment you introduce pricing is a completely different thing. People who sign up because it costs nothing now have to make an actual decision, and most of them will just leave. Think about how many free apps or free trials you have signed up in the last year. How many of them did you convert to paid? Most people sign up, poke around for a few days, and quietly disappear. That's not a failing of your product, it's just how free works. Same thing with downloads or signups without conversion. The gap between someone tried it and someone paid for it is where most apps die. Anyway, free users are useful data. They can tell you about usability, about feature gaps, about onboarding friction, but they cannot tell you whether you have a business. So keep them, learn from them, just don't count them as validation. Now let's focus on the second signal, and this one is more nuanced because it actually is a signal, just not the one most founders think it is. A waitlist, an early access form, a notify me page, these can tell you that the problem resonates. If you write a landing page describing a pain point and 1,000 people sign up in a week, something is there. I have seen this work. We had a project where hundreds of people sign up before we wrote a single line of code. That was useful. It told us we were describing a real problem in a way that connect. But here's what it doesn't tell you. Whether those people will pay, whether they will pay enough, whether they will come back after the first use. People sign up for things they are madly curious about. The activation energy for giving an email address is close to zero. Until someone pulls out a credit card, you are measuring curiosity, not demand. So treat landing page signups as an early signal worth following, not as a proof that you have a product market fit. It's a green light to keep going, not a green light to start scaling. If this is a landing for you, hit the subscribe button. I post every week, always something practical for founders building mobile products. And let's go to the third signal, and this one is the most dangerous because it feels the most like real validation. People are paying you real money, real transactions, must mean it's working, right? Not necessarily. I work with a founder building an AI-powered app. The product was a good, users love it, conversion from free to paid was actually decent, but the pricing wasn't carefully matched to the real cost of running the product. Every new paying user meant the business owned more to the AI provider than it was collecting in subscription fees. Growth was making things worse, not better. The founder was essentially subsidizing each new customer out of pocket. And here's what makes this especially dangerous for small players. Large companies can do this on a purpose. They can run at a loss to capture the market, then raise prices once competitors are gone. They have the budget for a price war, you probably don't. If you are a small team or solo founder, sinking money into every new user isn't a growth strategy. Is a slow bleed. This is a trap that become more common as AI APIs have made it easy to build products that are expensive to run. Infrastructure costs can be small, AI costs at scale are not. Payment from customer is a good signal anyway, but it might be not enough. The question isn't just are people paying, it's are they paying enough that the business can actually work? So what does that real validation look like? Here's how I think about it. Question 1, what does the market charge? Look at your direct competitors. What are they charging? What are their pricing models? You need to understand the price ceiling the market has already set. It's very hard to charge twice as much as your competitors without any very obvious reason. So your pricing is likely somewhere in that range, probably lower because you are new. Question 2, what do you need to earn? Not what would be nice, the minimum. What's the number where you would take this seriously and work on this full time? Because if this business can never generate that number, even in the optimistic scenario, it's not worth building. I did this exercise with my own app. I set a minimum monthly number that would make full-time commitment make sense. If the math didn't support getting there, I would have moved on earlier. It's uncomfortable exercise, do it anyway. Question 3, what are your real unit economics? This is where most founders stop doing the math, and it's the most important part. Take your minimum income target, add your fixed monthly cost, maintenance, infrastructure, AI, API costs, whether you are paying every month. Now figure out how many paying customers at your expected price points gets you there. And factor in your customer acquisition cost. What does it actually cost you to get one paying user? And let me make this concrete. Say you want to earn $5,000 per month. Your fixed costs come to $2,000, so you need $7,000 in revenue. Your product is $20 a month. After payments, fees and AI costs per user, your net is, let's say, $12. That means you need roughly 580 paying subscribers to hit your minimum. And I'm not going to get into the full math here, but factor in that acquiring each of those users through ads or any other paid channel costs money too. Say it's $30 per head, that cost needs to be recovered before you actually make anything on that user. So your $12 per month per user is real, but it takes a few months before you are in the green on each new subscriber. Run these numbers before you scale. If the results feels unreachable, either your price is wrong, your costs are too high, or this business doesn't work at the size you can realistically reach. Question 4, the last one, is the timeline realistic? Set a goal, say you need 1,000 paying subscribers to hit your minimum. Work backwards, how many paying users do you need by the end of the year to be on the track? That's your real validation milestone. Not do people use it for free, not did we get signups on landing page. Real users who found you, choose you over alternatives and paid you money. If that's happening, you have something. If it's not, change the price, change the cost structure, or change the product. Most founders skip this math because it's uncomfortable. It's easier to point at downloads and signups and feel like progress is happening, but doing the math early, even roughly, saves you from spending a year on something that was never going to work. If you are building a mobile product and you want a second opinion on whether your numbers make sense, I do free discovery calls. Link is in the description. And if this video was useful, subscribe. Next one is coming in the next week. Bye.